A good day. This will be our first topic in Calculus 1. So, before we start the discussion, our curriculum sa Calculus 1 for the prelim period will be starting with um, pre-calculus muna, no? Pre-calculus mathematics. So, before we can get to actual calculus, which will be discussed na from midterm onwards. So yung pre-calculus natin, we have several topics under that. So first, we'll be having algebra. So yung first topic natin yan, which will be discussed later on. So ito yung start ng algebra. And then afterwards ng algebra, we'll have trigo, no? Or trigonometry. And then after trigonometry, we'll have geometries and solid mensuration. So when we say solid mensuration, ito lang yung geometries of three-dimensional objects, no? Or yung mga polygons. And then lastly, we will have analytic geometry naman. So which is yung geometry involving a coordinate system. So either rectangular coordinate system or polar coordinate system. So take note, yung pre-calculus na to is just a review lang yan, no? So review meaning we're going to be revisiting lang, no, these topics. So since our word is revisit, so more or less kayo na ano nyo na to, no, na-encounter nyo na dapat yung mga topics na to during your high school. Okay, so therefore, since review lang siya, so we will be fast-paced niyan, no? So mabilis niyan yung magiging pacing natin as we move on from one topic to the next. So now, for this discussion, we're going to be having operations on polynomials. So operations just means ano lang to, no? Yung addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division of polynomials. So first, let's have the definition of a polynomial. So a polynomial or polynomials are expressions combining numbers and letters. So combination lang siya ng numbers and variables, no? So involving at least one of the basic operations. So a polynomial is an expression that can be written in the form ganito, no? So a sub n raised to x raised to n plus the second term, and then so on and so forth until you get to the uh, last three terms, no? So you may x na raised to 2, and then x raised to 1, and then yung uh, x raised to 0. So x raised to 0 is equal to just 1. So 1 times yung a dito, which we call as the coefficient. So yung a is basically, ano lang, no? Or yung coefficient, sabihin lang nun, is a number that is multiplied by the variable. So kunwari, we have 2x. So ang coefficient ng x is 2. Okay? So the number a sub 0 that is not multiplied by our variable, kasi nga x raised to 0 lang siya, which is 1. So ang magiging number lang itong a sub 0. So yung a sub 0, we call that as a constant value only. So yung constant na yan, pwedeng 2, pwedeng pi, pwedeng square root of 2, and so on. So number lang siya, it doesn't have it is not multiplied by a variable or a letter. So yung product na a sub I times x sub I, so gaya ng mga to, no? So may a siya and then multiplied by an x variable. So we call that as a term of a polynomial. So ito, mga terms tong mga to, no? Yung mga, ayan, this is one term, this is another term, the second term, so on and so forth. And then we have the last three terms. So we have also the leading term, no? So when we say leading term, that is the term with the highest power. Okay? And then the coefficient is called the leading coefficient. So in this case, this will be our leading term, no? So meron siyang exponent na n. Tapos pakita nyo sa susunod na term, so it is of a lesser degree na, no? Which is n minus 1. Binawasan mo ng isa yung degree niya. And then the lowest terms dito is yung x squared, and then x raised to 1, and then yung x raised to 0. Next, we have an algebraic expression. No? It is a collection of constants and variables, so involving at least one of the basic operations in mathematics. So a term is an expression preceded by the plus and minus sign. So this is an example of, or these are examples of one term lang, no? So one term algebraic expressions. So we have s squared. So isang term lang yun. 3 over x. So one term only. And then ito, x plus y over x minus y. So isang term lang siya, or considered as one term lang ito. And then square root of x and x minus y quantity squared. And then now we will have two-term algebraic expressions, no? So waring AB, nag-minus ka ng 3, so now it is a two-term expression na. So first term is AB, and then second term is negative 3. And then here, so z minus ABC over 8, and then nag-plus ako ng 12, so two terms na siya nun. So the following also are two terms then. Now, a monomial is a term only or involving only the product of a real number, so which may have coefficients of variables, with a non-negative exponent, uh, or variable with a non-negative exponent. So a constant c is a special kind of monomial. So examples of monomials, so yung 8, yung constant, so that is a monomial or considered as a monomial. And then 3x, so monomial lang din yan. 13xy squared, so monomial, and others, no? So kumbaga parang ano lang sila, no? One-term algebraic expressions din sila. However, the condition here for it to be considered as a monomial is that the exponents of all variables are non-negative. So makita mo dito sa xy squared, so wala namang negative exponents dyan. Okay? So as well as yung x over 5, so still, yung degree ng x natin na variable is still 1. However, here in below, the following will not be considered as monomials. So what is C1 over y? If you can recall your loss of exponents, so if you have a variable denominator or a variable in the denominator, that is also the same as having a negative exponent. So in this case, yung y natin raised to 1 siya sa denominator. So this translates also to y raised to negative 1. So since it has a negative exponent, so hindi siya pwedeng consider as a monomial. And then also the condition is non-negative integral, so meaning whole number din dapat yung exponent natin. Okay? So for instance, this one, so 3 times square root of x. So if you can recall, square root of x is the same as an exponent or having an exponent of 1/2. So since the exponent is not a whole number, so it cannot be considered as a monomial. So the next example naman is hindi siya or hindi siya singular term, no? So it has two terms. So it cannot be a monomial if it has two terms. And then dito naman si y over x. So yes, meron ka namang variable na may positive whole number exponent. Pero yung sa denominator niya is hindi na siya. So cannot be a monomial. So the others, so ganun din yung case nila, no? So it's either hindi whole number yung exponent or negative yung exponent ng variable. So a polynomial is a sum of a finite number of monomials. So kung combine mo lahat ng mga monomials, or if you combine the monomials together, so you will be able to form a polynomial. So we have different types of polynomials, or basically two types of polynomials dito sa examples natin, or sa discussion natin. So first is binomial. So which is a polynomial consisting of the sum of two monomials lang. Okay? So yeah, from the uh, prefix by, so that means dalawa lang yung monomials natin. So in this case, ayan, two terms. So, and then pasok sa definition of a monomial yung dalawang terms. So it is a binomial. Next is trinomial naman. So from the prefix tri, so tatlong monomials or three monomials. So let's have adding and subtracting polynomials. So the addition and subtraction of polynomials is just by combining like terms. Okay? So when we say like terms, pag like siya, so meaning similar terms. So terms that contain the same variables, no? So raised to the same exponent. So same variable, same exponent. So for instance, 5x squared and negative 2x squared, they are like terms. So because they have the same variable x, and then also raised to the same exponent. So we can combine these together as 3x squared, no? Kasi 5 minus 2 is positive 3. So pagko-combine mo lang yung mga coefficients nila once you have identified that they are like terms. So however, 3x and 3x squared are not like terms. So because the variable x, uh, they do not have the same exponent. So 1 yung exponent dito, 2 yung exponent sa isa. So we cannot add these two together. So if we're going to be combining these two, so ang result lang yan dapat is 3x squared plus 3x lang. But you cannot combine them as one single term. So the standard form of a polynomial, meron tayong ganun. So when we say standard form, that is just arranged in terms of descending order, no? From the highest degree to the lowest degree. So nililista natin yung polynomials from the highest degree to the lowest degree. So for instance here, let's find the sum. So meron tayong trinomial dito and then a polynomial na dito, no? 4 terms na kasi siya. So now we combine the like terms, nagpa-plus lang tayo, no? So nakaseparate lang ng plus yung dalawang polynomials natin. So since naka-plus lang siya, so there will be no changes to the sign doon sa ano natin dito, no? Sa pangalawang term, kung ano yung in-add natin doon sa naunang polynomial. So hindi tayo magbabago ng signage, no? So just simply combine like terms lang yan. So for the first here, so I can see from the highest degree, ito yung highest degree natin, no? So meron siyang exponent na 3. So kung makikita nyo dito on the other remaining terms, so wala naman terms na may x cube. So leave it as it is lang, so 4x cube. So it has nothing to combine with. Next naman yung x squared dito. So I see 12x squared. So okay na pala itong 4x cube, no? So pwede ko na siyang i-erase or cross out. So yung 12x squared, I see na meron din siyang kamukha dito, no, na x squared. So now I will just combine their coefficients. So 12 plus 8, pwede ko siyang pag-plus and then x squared sa labas. So okay na yon. So, wala nang ibang x squared. So, next naman is yung mga x variables. So, I see positive 9 and negative 5. So, pagko-combine ko silang dalawa, so 9 minus 5. And then, lastly is the constants na, no? So, here I see negative 21 and positive 20. So, parang minus 21 and then plus 20 lang siya. So, the result is 4x cubed plus 20x squared plus 9 minus 5 is positive 4. Negative 21 plus 20 is negative 1. So, this will be the result, no? 4x cubed plus 20x squared plus 4x minus 1. So, dito, yan, no? Pinag-group yung mga terms na may, um, or pinag-group yung mga like terms, no? Next naman is subtracting na. So, subtract 2x squared minus 3xy plus 5y squared from 10x squared minus 2xy minus 3y squared. So, be careful with the wording dito, no? We're going to subtract this from this one. So, parang sinabi mong subtract 2 from 5. So, yung wording dito, if we say subtract 2 from 5, so meaning I will be subtracting 2 from 5 dito nga. So, parang inulit ko lang, no? So, sa 5, magbabawas daw ako ng 2 or magsasubtract daw ako ng 2. So, 5 minus 2 is equal to 3. Okay? Pero we do not interpret it as 2 minus 5. So, mali ito. Okay? Kumbaga dito sinasabi mo, magbabawas ka ng 5 sa 2. Pero from the wording here, subtract 2 from 5. So, 5 minus 2 dapat. So, in this case, sa example na to, we're going to subtract this from this. So, therefore, ganito siya. No? So, mauuna mo ng, or you're going to write first yung 10x squared minus 2xy minus 3y squared. And then, you're going to subtract, and then you're going to write, ito nga, no, yung sinosubtract mo. So, be careful, no? When it comes to subtraction, so mahalaga na lagyan mo ng parenthesis yung mga ano natin, no? Kung ano yung mga pinagsasubtract natin na polynomials. So, write a parenthesis. So, now since we're going to be subtracting a polynomial from another polynomial, so we're going to apply the so-called distributive property, no? So, distributive property. So, meaning if I have negative a plus b plus c, so mangyayari dyan is yung negative sign, madidistribute siya to every term, no, na nasa loob. Or in other words, mag-negate or mag-i-inverse tayo ng sign. So, as you can see, yung a plus b plus c na to, lahat sila positive. Ngayon, if we have a negative operator outside of it, so magre-reverse lahat ng signage nila. So, magiging negative A yan, negative B, and then negative C. So, ganun din yung gagawin natin dito, no? May negative sign tayo dito. So, behind a polynomial. So, mag-re-reverse or mag-i-inverse lahat ng signage nila. Or magiging opposite yung mga signs nila. So, this will become 10x squared minus 2xy minus 3y squared. So, same pa din yan. As you can see here, yung 2x squared na positive, naging siyang negative, no? Negative 2x squared. And then, yung negative 3xy, ni-negative mo siya dito sa labas, so it will become positive na. And then, positive 5y squared becomes negative 5y squared. So, ngayon pwede mo lang tanggalin yung parenthesis nun. And then, just combine like terms. So, yung 10x squared dito, so combines with negative 2x squared. So, to get 8x squared na lang. Next is negative 2xy combines with positive 3xy. So negative 2 plus 3, that is positive 1. So yung 1, di na natin siya sinusulat, no? So parang understood na isa lang yung meron doon. So xy na lang lalagay natin. And then negative 3y squared with negative 5y squared. So combine siya together, no? So mag-a-add siya kasi pare silang negative. So minus 8y squared. So again, be careful when it comes to subtraction kasi usually yung mangyayari dito is magkakaroon tayo ng negation of signs or mag-opposite yung signs ng mga polynomial. So gaya nito. So next is multiplying polynomials. So that is a bit more challenging naman, no, than adding and just subtracting. So we also use the distributive property, no, in multiplying um, polynomials, no. So we'll see that later also. So once you have multiplied them, so magko-combine like terms ka lang ulit. So kumbaga may added step lang, no, when it comes to multiplying polynomials. So we can also use a shortcut called the FOIL method when multiplying binomials. So we have, or this is a type of special product, no? So what we're going to do is to just follow a pattern. So instead of um, using the distributive property, no, when we multiply them. Okay, so mag-recognize na lang tayo ng patterns or mag-follow na lang tayo ng patterns. So first, let's have this one, no? So a product of a binomial with a trinomial. So polynomial with another polynomial. So we cannot use the ano dito, no, yung FOIL method dito, no. So kasi pang two binomials lang 'yon, or product of two binomials only. So since ito yung binomial, minultiply mo sa trinomial, so we cannot use the FOIL method. So what we're going to do here is to use yun nga, no, yung distributive property and then just combine the like terms. So yung 2x plus 1 daw, minultiply ko siya sa 3x squared minus x plus 4. So using distributive property, so yung 2x na to, i-distribute ko siya sa buong trinomial dito. Or meaning yung 2x, mamumultiply siya sa buong trinomial na yan. So yan. And then, next naman, yung positive 1, i-distribute ko din siya sa buong polynomial or sa buong trinomial na yan. So plus, so 1 times 3x squared minus x plus 4. So this is yung distributive property, no? So yung 1 dito, kahit di na natin siya ilagay. Okay? Kasi 1 times ito is still the same, no? Ito pa rin siya. So kahit di mo na siya i-write ulit. So next naman is mag-distributive property ako ulit dito sa term na to. For this term. So kumbaga yung 2x, I will distribute it on each of the terms dito sa 3x squared minus x plus 4. Or magta-times ako ulit, no? Or mag-multiply ako ng 2x sa bawat term sa loob nito. So now let's do that, no? So 2x times 3x squared. So yung 2, yung multiply mo yun sa 3, tapos yung x, yung multiply mo yun sa x squared. Okay? So 2 times 3 is 6. And then x times x squared, that is 3x squared. Ay, sorry, that is x cubed, no? So x times x squared is x cubed. Or recalling the exponent laws, so x raised to 1 times x raised to 2 is 1, x raised to 1 plus 2, x raised to 3. Next naman is 2x times negative x. So yung positive 2 mo multiply siya sa negative 1. So that is negative 2, no? And then x times x, that is x squared. So next, 2x times positive 4. So that is positive 8x na. And then next naman dito sa part na to, since positive naman siya, so hindi magbabago yung signs natin dyan. So kumbaga parang magdi-distribute ka lang ng positive 1 dito sa mga tatlong terms, no? So copy mo lang siya as it is, no? Copyin mo lang siya as it is. So positive 3x squared minus x plus 4. And then you combine like terms. So yung 6x cube, wala naman ng ibang may x cube dyan. So 6x cube copy as it is. And then negative 2x squared plus 3x squared, that is negative x squared. 8x minus x, that is positive 7x. And then yung positive 4. Siya lang mag-isa. So dito, I think this is a correction, no? So negative dapat ito. Ayan, ay, hindi ba siya? Ayun, sorry. So positive pala talaga siya. So kasi positive 3x squared minus 2x squared pala, no, is positive x squared. Ayun. So yun, no, maging careful din tayo sa signage, okay? So, yun yung madalas na pagkakamali din natin when it comes to algebra. So yung nakakalimutan nating i-negative or na-negative natin kahit hindi naman pala, no? Next naman, let's find the product for this one. So ito yung special product natin, no? Yung gagamitan natin ng FOIL method. So because we have multiplication of two binomials. So when we say FOIL method, so yung F being first, O being outer, I being inner, L being last. So yung way of distributing natin dito or yung way of applying the distributive property dito, so yung first terms ng bawat binomial, ita times mo siya. So ito yon, no? First, ito yung F natin. Again, yung first terms ng bawat binomial. Pag multiply mo sila. So 2x times 3x, that is 6x squared. Yun yung F natin. Ito yun, no? Next is yung outer terms. So yung outer terms, ito yun, no? Yung nasa labas. So yung 2x, i-distribute ko siya sa negative, ay sa positive 3. So 2x times positive 3, that is positive 6x. Ito yung O. So next naman is yung inner terms. So yung nasa loob. So doon madi-distribute sila. So negative 10 times 3x, that is negative 30x. Ito yung I. And then we have the last terms dito. So yung last term ng bawat binomial, so mamumultiply sila. So negative 10 times positive 3, that is negative 30. Kung makita nyo itong foil natin dito, para siyang may smiley face, no? So parang ganyan yung itsura niya. Kasi ito yung ilong, yun nasa eye, tapos naka-smile siyang ganon. And then you combine like terms niyan, no? So as you can see, yung 6x tsaka yung negative 30x, we can combine that together. So 6 minus 30, that is negative 24. So negative 30 copy tsaka yung 6x squared. Next, let's find the product for this one naman, no? So as you can see, nakamultiply lang yung bawat isang monomial, no? Or multiplication of monomials. So monomial by monomial by monomial. So here you just rearrange it, no, according to commutative and associative laws. So kumbaga, i-rearrange ko lang, lahat ng constants magmumultiply sila sa isa't isa. So 3 times, ay sorry, negative 3 times 2 times negative 4, i-combine ko sila. And then lahat ng mga x variables, i-multiply ko din sila sa isa't isa. So x squared times x raised to 4 times x lang na dito. And then lahat ng mga y variables, so times y cube times y raised to 1 lang dito sa pangalawa. So and then sa pangatlo is y raised to 4. And then lastly yung mga z dito. So isang z dito, dito walang z, and then may z squared tayo sa huli. So z times z squared. So then ayun, combine na, no? So dito sa tatlong ito, so negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. Negative 6 times negative 4 is positive 24. And then x squared times x raised to 4 times x. So magiging x raised to 2 plus 4 plus 1 lang tayo. So this will become x raised to 7. And then dito naman, so y raised to 3 plus 1 plus 4, that is y raised to 8. And then lastly, z times z squared, that is z1 plus 2, so z raised to 3. So ito yung result natin yan. No? So certain binomial products have special forms. So when a binomial is squared, so then the result is a perfect square trinomial. So kumari we have x plus 5, tapos ini-squared mo siya sa labas. So that is the same as multiplying the binomial by itself, no? So minultiply mo siya sa sarili niya. So squared yon. So the result will become a perfect square trinomial if you perform the FOIL method dito. So kung finoil ko siya dyan, so ito yung magiging answer. So same as the second one, no? So ang laging result dyan is a trinomial. So ngayon meron naman tayong formula para dito, no? So instead of using the FOIL method, okay? So if we have the square of a binomial, so we just follow the formula here, no? So if we have A as our first term and then B as our second term, so what you do is to just square the first term, yun yung first step dito. Next, multiply the first term and the second term. So AB siya dyan. So and then multiply mo siya ulit ng 2. So multiply the first term and the last term and then times 2. So ito yung sa second step. And then the last step is to square the last term. So and then add lang and simplify. So now here, let's expand 3x minus 8 raised to 2 or squared. So again, ang first method natin is to square the first term. So, square natin yung 3x. So, pag in-square mo yung 3x, yung kabuuan niyan, no, yung mas-squared. So, recalling the exponent laws, so if we have uh, a and b dito na nakamultiply sa isa't isa and then ni-raise mo siya ng exponent m. So, yung exponent, madidistribute siya sa a tsaka sa b. So, a raised to m and then b raised to m. So, if we have 3x and then squared, that's the same as 3 squared x squared. And we know that 3 squared is 9. So, kaya siya 9x squared. Or yung result is 9x squared. Next, multiply the first term and the last term and then multiply again by 2. So, yung 3 dito, i-multiply ko siya sa -8. So, take note, the second term is -8, no? And then multiply ko siya sa 2. So, 3 times -8, that is -24. And then -24 times 2 is -48. And then since yung x dito, wala namang ibang x na multiply, so just copy x. And the last term, square it. So -8, and then quantity squared, that is positive 64. So take note, a negative number that is squared, that is a positive result, not 64. And then i-combine lang natin siya, no? 9x squared minus 48x plus 64. So that is the result of the expansion. Next naman is difference of two squares, no? So this is another special product. So the difference of squares. So this occurs when we multiply a binomial by another binomial with the same terms but opposite sign. So ito yung example ng same terms but opposite sign. So yung x plus 5 and then x minus 5. So if we perform the FOIL method dito, pag minultiply natin sila sa isa't isa, so x times x, first term, that is x squared. And then outer, x times -5 is -5x. And then inner, positive 5 times x is positive 5x. And then last is 5 times -5, that is -25. As you can see here, yung -5x tsaka yung positive 5x, magka-cancel lang yan. No? Kasi -5 plus 5 is 0. So matitira is x squared minus 25. So as you can see, the middle term, no, drops out. Okay? Mawawala yung middle term na rin. So resulting in just a difference of squares. As you can see, yung x squared, that is simply x raised to 2. And then yung 25, that is basically 5 raised to 2. So here, difference of two squares. So kaya yun yung pangalan niya. So yan, so whenever we have binomials of the same terms, a and b, but negative signs yung nasa gitna nila, or opposite signs yung gitna nila, so the result is just squaring a and squaring b. And then negative lang or minus lang sila. Now let's multiply these two. So again, same terms tayo, no? Yung a ko, that is 9x squared, and then yung b ko is 4. So here in this case, we do not pay attention to the sign of b, no? Kasi uh, positive or given na positive yung isa and negative yung isa. So what you do here is to just square lang yung 9x squared tsaka yung 4 lang. So 9x squared and then quantity squared and then minus 4 quantity squared. So as you can see, yung exponent natin dito na 2, madidistribute siya sa 9 tsaka sa x squared. Okay? So this will become 9 squared and then yung x squared, mas squared pa siya ulit. So by loss of exponents, if we have a certain x raised to a certain exponent m, tapos ni-raise ko siya ulit sa n, so mag-multiply yung dalawang exponent na to. Mag-multiply siya. M times n. So 2 times 2, that is raised to 4, no? So x raised to 4, tas 9 squared, I know that is 81. And then 4 squared is 16. And then separated by a minus sign dito. So negative 16. So yun yung result, no? 81 x raised to 4 minus 60. So next is dividing polynomials naman. So division of algebraic expressions may be achieved using the division laws of exponents. So later on, we'll see that. So to divide a monomial by another monomial, so find the quotient of the numerical coefficients, the quotient of the variables. So and then we multiply each of the quotients, no? Yung quotient ng mga numerical coefficients tsaka yung quotient ng variables. Yung multiply natin siya sa isa't isa. So divide 24 x raised to 4y squared z cubed by negative 3 x cubed y 4z. So dito sa wording naman niya, no? So divide, let's say, divide 3 by 2. So if we divide 3 by 2, so it's the same as 3 over 2 lang. So therefore, ano lang siya, no? 24 x4 y squared z cubed divided by negative 3 x cubed y4 times z. So ang gagawin natin dito is to find the quotient of the numerical coefficients. So ito yung mga numerical coefficients, no? 24 and negative 3. So i-divide na daw natin siya. So in this case, ano ko muna, no? I-separate ko muna siya. Next, the quotient of the variables. So dito, ang madi-divide lang natin dyan is yung mga same-same lang na variables. Kumari, yung x, no? For instance. So sila lang yung pwede nating i-divide. So we cannot divide x raised to 4 with y raised to 4. Magkaiba sila ng variables. So ngayon, di-divide ko muna yung mga or di-divide ko lang yung mga same variables. So yung x raised to 4 tsaka yung x cubed. Yung y squared, di-divide ko siya sa y raised to 4. Tapos yung z cubed, di-divide ko siya sa z. So then yun nga, no, multiply together the quotients. So ito, nakagawa na to. Or nakamultiply na siya together with the quotients. So ngayon, 24 divided by negative 3. So I know that 24 over 3, that is 8, no? Kaso since dinivide ko siya sa negative number, so negative din dapat yung sagot. So negative 8. Next is x raised to 4 over x cubed. So if we have an exponent of x raised to m divided by x raised to n, so loss of exponents, that means that yung x natin, yung exponent na m, mamaminus siya dun sa exponent ng denominator. So x4 over x cubed, that is x raised to 4 minus 3. So ganun din dito niyan, no? So y raised to 2 minus 4. And then z raised to 3 minus 1. So the result is negative 8, x raised to 1, y raised to negative 2, z raised to 2. So yung 1 na exponent din natin na ilalagay yon, no? Kasi understood na yon na may na x raised to 1 lang siya. However, itong negative exponent, so by convention, sinusulat natin siya as a positive exponent dapat. So recalling, if you have x raised to a negative power, that is the same as the reciprocal, 1 over x. Pero yung exponent natin na negative n will be turned into positive or will turn into a positive exponent na. So, ganun yung gagawin natin in this case. So negative 8 times x times z raised to 2 divided by y raised to positive 2. So this will be the result. The final answer natin. So dito baka sabay kang nagka-cancel ng x cube, tapos yung 4 magiging 1 na lang. Yung y squared maka-cancel buo, tapos yung 4 magiging 2. And then yung z, kakancelin niya yung 3 ng numerator, magiging 2. So baka sanay ka sa ganitong method. So which is okay lang din naman. So titira dito is x raised to 1. Tapos dito yung y squared na sa denominator. Tapos yung z squared numerator. Next is dividing polynomials. So here we have multiple steps. So, but then pakita ko na lang sa inyo yung mga steps. So using the example. So instead of reading this one. Ang important lang dito is yung result natin, no? So the result is written as quotient plus remainder divided by divisor. So possible din naman na walang remainder yung ano natin, no? Yung fraction natin or yung division natin. So in that case, quotient lang yung meron. So now let's divide this 2, no? So this polynomial, so divided by this polynomial. So ito daw dapat yung magiging answer natin. So what we do here is, ano, no? What we call as long division. So parang division lang sa, ano, sa elementary, no? So kunwari, di ba, ang ginagawa natin before, if you can recall, divide 18 by, let's say, 7, no? So, ginagawa natin nung elementary is yung 18, di-divide natin ng 7 na gano'n. Tapos alam ko, sa 18, I can get 2 sevens from that, no? Tapos 7 times 2 is 14, tapos minus, tapos 4. And then yung result niyan, so 18 divided by 7 is 2, tapos remainder 4. Ganun yung ginagawa natin nung high school. Or in this case, quotient, yung 2, tapos plus yung remainder divided by divisor. So, ganyan yung, ano, no, yung result ng 18 over 7. So, ganun din yung gagawin natin dito, no? Almost the same. Okay? So, ngayon, yung polynomial na 3x raised to 4 plus 4x cubed minus 5x squared plus 14x minus 17. So, di-divide natin siya lahat sa x squared plus 2x minus 2. So, ngayon, ang procedure naman natin dito when it comes to polynomials. So, yung highest degree dito, which is 3x raised to 4, i-divide natin siya sa highest degree ng divisor dito, which is x squared. So, 3x raised to 4 divided by x squared, that is just 3x squared, no? So, kasi magka-cancel lang yung x squared dito, magiging 2 na lang yung exponent doon. So, ang natitira is 3x squared. So, we write 3x squared dito. So, next ang gagawin natin yung 3x squared, multiply natin siya sa bawat term ng divisor. So, 3x squared times x squared, that is 3x raised to 4. Next, 3x squared times positive 2x, that is positive 6x cubed. And then next, positive 3x squared times negative 2, that is negative 6x squared. So next na gagawin natin is i-minus natin sila, no? So itong polynomial na to, yung polynomial na yan, minus this polynomial. So 3x raised to 4 minus 3x raised to 4, that is 0 na. Next, 4x cubed minus 6x cubed, that is negative 2x cubed. And then negative 5x squared minus negative 6. So 5x squared or negative 5x squared minus negative 6x squared. So be careful dito sa part na to, no? Kasi mangyayari is magne-negate yung sign ng 6x squared. So this will become 5x squared or negative 5x squared plus 6x squared yung mangyayari dyan. So that is positive x squared ngayon. So now, bring down na lang yung mga walang na-subtract sa kanila, which is yung positive 14x tsaka yung negative 17. Yung 0 dito, buburahin ko na. So ngayon, di pa tayo tapos. So ito yung natitira. So, i-divide natin ulit yung highest degree dito sa highest degree doon. So, negative 2x cubed divided by x squared. So, magka-cancel yung x squared sa x cubed. So, matitira is 2x raised to 1 na lang. So, this will be negative 2x raised to 1. Pero 2x na lang siya. So, ngayon yung negative 2, i-multiply ko siya sa bawat term dito. Okay? So, negative 2x times x squared, that is negative 2x cubed. Negative 2x times positive 2x, that is negative 4x squared. Negative 2x times negative 2, that is positive 4x. And then subtraction ka ulit. So, negative 2x cubed minus negative 2x cubed. So, parang ganito lang din yan kanina, no? Nandito. So, negative 2x cubed minus negative 2x cubed. So, negative 2x cubed plus 2x cubed na siya nun. So, which is 0. So, x squared, positive x squared minus negative 4x squared. So, magiging positive na yung 4x squared nun. So, parang x squared plus 4x squared, that is positive 5x squared. 14x minus 4x, that is positive 10x. And then yung negative 17, so walang na-subtract sa kanya, so bring down lang. Then next naman, ito na yung di-divide natin yan sa divisor. So again, the highest degree, 5x squared divided by x squared, that is just 5 na lang, no? So positive 5. So ngayon yung positive 5, multiply natin siya sa bawat term ulit dito. So 5 or positive 5, dapat yung buong positive 5. So positive 5 times x squared, that is positive 5x squared. Positive 5 times positive 2x, that is plus 10x. Positive 5 times negative 2, that is negative 10. And then subtract. 5x squared minus 5x squared, 0. 10x minus 10x, 0. Negative 17, negative negative 10. So, negative 17 plus 10, that is negative 7. So, ngayon yung natitirang negative 7 dito. So, we cannot divide that by x squared anymore, no? That gives us a, uh, yun, yung negative 7 kasi, hindi na natin siya ma-divide ng x squared. So, kasi magiging negative na yung exponent mo nun, no? Or magiging negative, ano na siya, 2 na yung exponent nun. So, dapat kapag dinivide ko yung highest degree with the divisor, so dapat yung exponent ng x is at least 0 lang. 0 pataas. So, therefore, ang natitira na dito, which is yung negative 7, ito na yung remainder natin. Okay? So, therefore, ang result natin yan is, itong nakuha natin, ito yung quotient, no? So, 3x squared minus 2x plus 5. And then plus remainder over divisor na lang. Okay? So, in this case, ang remainder natin is negative 7. And then yung divisor natin is kung ano yung dinivide natin doon sa polynomial na to. So, which is x squared plus 2x minus 2. So, ito yung sagot, no? Pero we rewrite this one kasi nag-plus tayo dito tapos may negative tayo dito. So, positive and negative is still negative, no? Ayan. So, pwede mo siyang i-rewrite as this one. 3x squared minus 2x plus 5 minus 7 over the divisor. So, again, this process is known as long division. Now, let's move on with simplifying polynomials. So, what if we're asked to simplify this one? So, may mga parentheses, no, na nakikita dito. So, may parentheses dito, tapos may bracket pa. So, first, what we do here to simplify is, unahin muna natin yung innermost bracket dito. Or yung innermost parenthesis, which is this one, yung x minus y. So, yung x minus y, di naman natin sila pwedeng i-combine. They are not like terms. Pero sa outside ng parenthesis, nakamultiply siya sa negative 3. So, unahin natin yon, no? So, x minus 3 minus 2 times 2, and then distribute natin yung negative 3 dito sa dalawang to. This will become negative 3x. So, negative 3 times x is negative 3x, and then negative 3 times negative y is positive 3y. So, now, isa na lang yung may parenthesis ko. And sa loob ng parenthesis dito, I still cannot combine like terms sa loob dyan. Pero sa labas ng parenthesis, meron akong negative 2. So, mag-distribute ako ng negative 2 sa tatlong to. So, x minus 3. So, negative 2 times negative 2, that is negative 4. Negative 2 times negative 3x, that is positive 6x. Negative 2 times positive 3y, that is negative 6y. So, now I can combine like terms dito. So, yung x, makakombine siya sa positive 6x to make 7x. Yung 6y, wala namang magko-combine sa kanya. So, minus 6y. And then, yung negative 3 and negative 4, we can combine that as negative 7. So, therefore, this will be the answer na. So, let's have a more complicated one dito. To simplify natin siya. So, again, start with the innermost parenthesis. So, yung order ng parenthesis natin dito is, syempre, yung parenthesis muna yung alam natin. And then, yung bracket na ganito. Ayan. So, yun yung order of brackets natin. So, pag outermost, itong brace yata yung tawag dito, if I'm not mistaken. And then dito yung bracket. So, dito parenthesis. So, unahin muna natin yung parenthesis dito. So, yung x squared minus y, I cannot combine those two. Pero sa labas niya, meron negative 3. So, i-distribute natin yung negative 3 dito. So, 4x squared minus 3x squared minus 2. So, y. So, and then ito, distributed. I-distribute natin. So, negative 3 times x squared, that is negative 3x squared. Negative 3 times negative y, that is negative or positive 3y. And then may plus 4 tayo, no? And then yung brace dito. So, sa loob dito, I can combine y and positive 3y. So, I can just rewrite this as negative 3x squared plus 4y. So, now hindi ko na pwedeng masimplify itong sa loob. So, now what I will do is yung nasa labas ng bracket dito. So, ito times ko siya dito, tsaka dito. Distributive or distribute ulit. So, 4x squared minus 3x squared. So, ngayon dito, negative 2 times negative 3x squared, that is positive 6x squared. Negative 2 times positive 4y, that is negative 8y. And then may plus 4 pa ako dito sa dulo. So next, may makakombine ako dito, which is itong dalawa. So this will be 4x squared. So 3x and 6x squared, that is 9x squared, minus 8y plus 4. So wala na akong pwedeng i-simplify dyan sa loob. So distribute ko siya ng negative sign. So negative 9x squared, so minus 9x squared. Negative and then negative 8y, that becomes positive 8y. Negative and positive 4, that is negative 4. And then yung 4x squared tsaka yung 9x squared, magko-combine yan as negative 5x squared na. So this will be the answer. Now let's proceed with additional problems. So ito yung problem and then ito na yung answer. So dito, i-try nyo na lang tong isa kasi addition lang naman yan. So try it by yourself. So I think easy lang naman yan, no, for you. So to try it by yourself. So mag-proceed tayo sa next dito. So ito, solve natin siya. So let's find the product here. We have two trinomials, no? So we don't have a formula for this one, no? Wala tayong direct formula dito sa dalawang trinomial. So kung meron man, mahaba din siguro yon, no? So now let's try this one. This trinomial is multiplied by this trinomial. So what we're going to do here is yung x squared or yung bawat terms na to is imumultiply natin siya sa buong trinomial na yan. Yung bawat terms na yan. So kumbaga yung x squared, I will multiply that by this trinomial. Next naman yung negative xy. multiplied by this trinomial. So negative xy times yan. And then yung y squared, multiply ko din siya sa buong trinomial. So positive y squared times x squared plus xy plus y squared. And then let's apply distributive property. So yung x squared, multiply ko siya sa bawat terms. Ito. So ganun din for the others. So x squared times x squared, that is x raised to 4. X squared times xy. So x squared times xy. So multiply lang siya sa x nun, no? Yung x squared tsaka yung x, sila lang yung magko-combine. So this will be resulted, or this will result as x cube y lang. So positive naman sila parehas. So positive x cube y. And then x squared times y squared, that is just x squared y squared. So walang mako-combine sa kanila. Pero they are multiplied. Next naman is itong negative xy, no? We're going to distribute it also dito. So negative xy times x squared. So parang dito rin yun, no? Same lang ito. Negative lang yung xy. Same na same lang siya. So in this case, this will be, so since negative siya, so negative x cube y. And then xy times xy, so negative, so x squared y squared siya, no? And then lastly dito, negative xy times y squared, so that is negative xy cubed. So next ito naman si y squared. So multiply natin siya dito sa tatlo. So y squared times x squared, that is positive x squared y squared. Positive y squared times xy, that is positive xy cubed. And then y squared times y squared, that is y raised to 4. So, and then we combine like terms niyan, no? So yung x4 tsaka yung y4, so walang mako-combine sa kanila, no? Kasi wala nang ibang terms na may exponent na 4 of the same variable. So I expect na meron akong x4 tsaka y4 na natitira dyan. So na yung x cube y dito, so hanap ka ng term na may x cube y din. So gaya na to. So negative x cube y, no? So positive yung isa, negative yung isa. So 0 lang yun. Magka-cancel sila. Mabubura sila. So next naman is yung x squared y squared. Positive ito. We see another term that is negative. So positive yung isa, negative yung isa. So mabubura siya. Next naman is si negative xy cube. I can see another one that is also xy cube. Tapos negative yung isa, positive yung isa. So mabubura siya. And then next is si x squared y squared. So wala nang ibang terms na may x squared y squared. So now I can write plus x squared y squared. So ito na yung simplified form ngayon. So yun din yung nasa answer, no? So pwede rin naman na ito yung i-multiply mo sa bawat term nito. So since it is just multiplication, so you can use the associative and commutative laws lang. Na pwede mo siyang baliktarin. You will also arrive at the same answer. So try nyo na lang din yon. So ito, try nyo din ito. So isi-skip ko na rin ito. So this polynomial multiplied by this binomial. So same process. So yung x, i-multiply mo lang siya sa bawat terms dito. Patimes mo siya lahat dyan. Tapos yung negative y din, i-distribute mo din siya sa bawat term. Ganon. Okay? And then combine like terms, you should arrive at this particular answer. Next, let's perform this division. So for instance, meron kang ganitong fraction. So in terms of fractions, if you have a single term lang sa denominator natin, so pwede mo siyang i-separate, no, into each of the terms of the numerator. Ay, tatlo lang pala yung terms. Ito, yan. So I can rewrite this as 3x cubed y divided by 2x squared yz plus 16xy squared over 2x squared yz. And then sa third term, negative siya, no? So I can just write it as minus and then 12x4yz4 over 2x squared yz. So yan, sineparate ko siya into three different fractions. So one for each term, or a separate fraction for each term sa numerator. And then I can simplify it separately, no? So para dito, 3/2, di naman natin yan ma-divide. So 3/2 lang siya, no? And then yung x squared, makakancel siya sa x cube. So matitira na lang sa exponent niya is 1. So x na lang dito. Yung y, makakancel sila together. As in, mabubura na, no? And then yung z, wala siyang makakancel anywhere else. So yung z, copy lang siya. Next naman ito dito, 16/2. So I can divide that, no, to a whole number. So 16 divided by 2, 8 lang naman yun. And then yung x sa numerator, makakancel siya sa x squared sa denominator. So matitira na lang dyan is x na lang. So denominator merong x. Yung y sa denominator dito, makakancel siya sa y sa numerator, sa y squared. So matitira na lang dyan is y raised to 1. So y sa taas. And then again, yung z, walang magka-cancel sa kanya sa numerator. So just write it ulit. And then minus, so itong 12/2, I can divide that. So 12/2 is 6. Yung x squared, magka-cancel siya sa x raised to 4. So matitira dyan is x raised to 2 na lang. Yung y magka-cancel ulit. And then yung z dito sa denominator, magka-cancel siya sa numerator. So matitira is z cube. So as you can see, yung denominator natin dito, nag-cancel lahat siya, no? So meaning over 1 na lang yung matitira dyan. So of course, yung over 1, din na natin sinusulat yon. So ano na lang siya, no? Kung ano lang yung numerator. Okay? Yun na siya. So then lastly, this one, no, which is yung long division ulit. So this one, try nyo na lang siya ulit. So based on doon sa naturo ko kanina. Okay? So same process lang din siya. So you should arrive at this answer also. So that's it for operation of polynomials. So if you have any questions, you can ask me naman sa Canvas. And if may mistakes dito or corrections that you want to point out, so paki-point out na sila kagad. So para ma-address natin sila on our next meeting. Okay? So thank you and good luck.